Can I just say, like those guys were saying before, we have to commentate for approximately 15 hours, give and take a few little breaks. Do you know how hard it is to do stand-up comedy for 15 hours? It's just
impossible.
Almost impossible.
It's impossible. So yeah, I've got to the boring part of my life now. I'm just watching Kevinnummer1 have a dance.
What happened?
He fell down and got himself stuck in a bunch of geometry.
Yeah.
Glorious.
If you can get all the way down, maybe.
Guys, I'm
FreeZz
here.
with
I'm
the
just
save.
going to continue to do
Go
some
ahead,
math.
man.
back then.
Go ahead.
We have Shayne on this one. I'm curious to how he's going to do, because he's openly admits that he's not. He's great at throttle, I think.
Yeah, he's not a throttle guy, but he is a legend.
Yeah, it's not
so...
it's not his forte. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or I don't know about. I don't know if forte is the right word. It's not his favorite thing to do.
Preference.
Yeah. When he's in his prime, his dynamic movements are second to none, though.
For sure.
Yeah, I think we can all say that these guys are all very, very, very good at the game.
Colorado's doing math, legend. Yes, that is Colorado. Shayne, I believe so.
I need a secretary for this.
I wonder how many
All on
people.
two
I wonder how many
two
people
faults
ended
at present.
their hiatus to come back for this tournament. So it might be a little bit rusty.
few.
Yeah, this
I
is gonna
think
be a
a few
difficult
did.
track for those guys.
Yeah, they're all on 2 faults at present. I think it's the first time we've seen 2 faults at the same time throughout the track, where they're 2 or 3 minutes in.
Agreed. Yeah, this is
Close.
no caster's curse. No caster's curse. No caster's curse.
That being said, FreeZz is having a bit of a struggle getting past checkpoint 1. He is in tier 1. The others are level 7 and above players, so to speak. Or was at some
Kevin's in
point
tier 2.
Oh, but you mentioned that,
Yeah.
and FreeZz has just got by it.
Just got by it.
I can see
What
Shayne
happened?
there's just having a break. He's probably gone for a coffee or something. Oh no, he's back.
That was a quick. That was a quick coffee, probably an espresso.
Quick. Yes.
Yeah, that was a
Espresso.
Brad. That was a Brad's style coffee. That nice and quick.
Teaspoon in his water.
Lick, hello.
Hey, Liquidity, good to
Welcome
see
in,
you, by
fam.
the way.
Hey, good to see you, brother.
Hi, Liquidity. How you doing, pal?
Sethy Boy says that the added up times on the website are wrong.
It's an average, right?
No.
No, so
we're
that
just, we're just
changed.
gonna add everything up. It's a little bit cleaner, and you won't get decimals. Is the only difference.
Yeah, I was
Wanna
getting
point
ready
out
to
that-
veto that, but then Flats said that that's what we're doing, so that's perfect.
Kevin first tried the brake climb.
Ooh, very
Because
nice.
of the-
Very
Oh, I
nice.
see what he means.
Kevin is a beast. Mind, all of these players are beasts.
I see what he means. I'll fix it.
I mean
Cool.
that in the nicest possible way, but yeah, Kevin's really going for it. He doesn't want
Yes.
to. Look at that.
Yeah, Kevin's phenomenal. Right?
Beautifully done. Phenomenal rider. I mean, I shouldn't really be that nice to him because we're going through a divorce at present because he won't marry up to me on the PS4, but that's besides the
And
point.
he's taking your money too at that.
Oh yeah, I remember. You know what? You say he's taking my money. I'm actually in negative equity. Does that mean he's
There
got
you
to
go.
give me some?
He's taking your debt then.
That makes him a nice guy again.
Yes,
We've come
got
full
it.
circle.
The time.
Hold on. If that makes him a nice guy, I don't want to go that far. No.
So you're keeping your debt? Is that your equity, your negative equity?
It's worth the sacrifice. I'm just throwing that out there.
All right.
Kevin is on a phenomenal
Okay.
run now.
Yeah,
I would like
the-
I would like to also just quickly give a little shout out here. We do have 133 viewers watching right now, which is a pretty good number.
Wow.
So hello everyone.
Big day.
To a lot of
Hello,
the parts of the Trials community that have become a part of the Trials community in the last year or two may not be too familiar with Shayne and who he is. And to anyone who is not very familiar with Shayne, I really recommend looking up his YouTube channel and going through some of his old commentary videos. They are quite a
Yes.
trip down the history of Trials, so to speak.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, it's argued that he was at one point the best ninja rider out there. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not. That's up to everyone else to decide, not me. But he is or was absolutely exceptional at the game, and he could do stuff with that bike that no one else could. So you got to watch his videos for sure.
Yeah,
I will say
Shayne
FreeZz is throttle right there.
Shayne was definitely easily top 3 for a really long time. Like held that standing for a while.
Shayne also has a pretty legendary stationary practice, or tutorial rather, where he quickly explains the inputs and then shows off for about a minute, which is fantastic.
I think everybody who was trying to learn stationaries has seen that video.
Yeah.
I know I did.
I've seen it multiple times just because it's entertaining. Not gonna lie.
Maybe I need to go watch it.
I think I've seen it once. I remember him saying that if you're doing stationaries, you don't be harsh with the input controls. You've got to kind of let it flow.
JMP is in chat is saying that's how he learned stationaries. Yeah, that's how a lot of us learn stationaries, I think. Oh, Kevin makes it past the top of that heck point very smoothly.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Has been troublesome for many riders today.
Oh, and Tism, to answer your question about who gets the dog, I want Kevin to have the dog, in all honesty, because it's been dead for a couple of years now.
Oh, rip.
Oh, and Kevin gets the last climb, no big deal. 5 faults in 6:52.160.
That is an outstanding run.
What a run.
Big
That is
mistake.
remarkable.
See, he only had to stay hooked up to my PlayStation for a little under 7 minutes and it would have been fine. But no, because of those 7 minutes, we're getting divorced. But
Big
yeah,
tip
that was a
down for that one.
fantastic run. Absolutely fantastic.
GG, Kev.
Now, bear in mind, Shayne has been out of trials for, someone mentioned a little over a year, was it? It could possibly be longer because
It's
he's
longer
kind
than
of
that.
off. He's off and on with it at times, isn't he? But
Definitely.
for him to come back and perform like the way he's doing, that is some exceptional stuff.
Absolutely.
I feel like Shayne's been gone for at least like 2 years. I think he came back for like a super brief moment, but
Yeah, Shayne has been gone for longer than I have been in the community.
I think I feel the same way.
So I only know Shayne through word of mouth and through his YouTube videos.
I mean, I think, don't get me wrong, nowadays there are better riders out there than Shayne, but I'd say Shayne is the most natural rider out there. Like, it comes to him most without much effort, shall we say.
A lot of talent, yeah, for sure.
I think some would argue that GT4 is competing that right now. But I do
Well,
get
the
your
game
argument.
is the bar has been raised since
Absolutely.
naturally, but in his heyday, yeah, Shayne was pretty much kind of like a GT4.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think Shayne hasn't really played anything higher than a 6, has he? Or if he...
He's past 2025, which I think we'll say is 7 now. I would say it's the 7 at least,
Shayne's in tier 2.
and I think he's past Sab. I'd be surprised if you didn't pass Sab.
That is a good tip from Darkside in chat to anyone who wants to learn stationaries. Do open up the leaderboard of the track Static Bounces and start a replay of somebody who has a lot of stationaries on that track. And hold the slow motion button down and just try to replicate the inputs that you see them do.
That's a damn
Blix.
fine idea.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any live tips for that?
The one
That helped you kind of like get to that?
I can speak to that. So I think the hardest barrier for stationaries is figuring out the initial how to hop, like the very beginning basics of it, and then after that, you kind of figure you can kind of hop a little bit, but you feel like you cannot control it. You're going forward, you're going backwards. And unfortunately, I think the thing that helped me the most was anytime I was playing a track, if there's a platform, I just try to do a couple stationaries on it, and eventually it becomes a feel thing where you can hop on little tiny cubes, and you don't really think about it. You just you can kind of will yourself forward or backwards. So the biggest tip I can give is do them everywhere. Do them where you don't need to do them.
Practice when you just practice everywhere, and I think I've heard that from several people, Jukes. So that's a great tip.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Once messing around in the game.
Yep, and before you know it, you'll be crushing them.
I agree with that once
overnight.
you get the basics down, but actually, like, getting the movement for the hops, the only way I was able to get that, I was struggling with that at first, and then it just clicked, and I knew how to do them. And I did that on the track Cindy hops. I don't think it matters what track it's on, but you need to be on a back wheel only platform, and it needs to be limited width, but it doesn't have to be very tiny like a cube. And just try over and over and over again until you get the movement down. Once you have it once, yeah, the Cindy Hops music is lit. Once you have it once and you can figure out that you can sort of do it, then start spamming it on all the platforms in the game all the time, and you'll get good reasonably fast.
For if there's any skaters out there, it's a lot like an ollie. Like, you have no idea how to do it at all until you get a little bit, and then from there you just start mastering it.
Yeah, it becomes muscle memory. What are you doing, Shayne? Was trying to show off so bad, and then just no. What is that though? Are you guys seeing the swag?
Oh my god!
There's that natural ability I was talking about before. Some of the stuff that he can do with that bike is just unreal.
That is insane. I've never seen anything like that.
That was beautiful.
But yeah, this is why I call him one of the
he's in the
most
lead for
natural
style
riders. Some of the stuff he can do with that bike is just unreal.
What a guy!
Scott for style.
Scott, you're out. Yep. Shayne is the new master for style. What is this move? He just keeps doing it. What is this? Don't worry, Wolfman, that you missed it. You got to see it again.
My God.
Holy shit, the swag. Okay, he's making it into the highlights.
Shame.
God damn, I totally lost track of his fault count. I got too distracted by the heckin' swag.
I got
So
it.
next tournament we're doing a flatland competition, right?
Flatland competition.
Yeah, we're gonna invent
Someone
a
clip
new
that.
discipline.
Someone
clip that.
Change honor. Okay.
What a guy.
FreeZz still on a great run.
Too easy in the chat from Shayne. Too easy.
Too easy.
Yeah.
No zero fault run.
You had no zero fault run.
GG Shayne.
All right, now FreeZz is gonna progress. Backflip for style, of course.
You guys I'm gonna continue some work. Just remind me of his time and stuff when he's finished.
4 faults. Yeah, you okay?
I have like a horrendous delay on my streams all the time. I think it has to do with like iPads.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Mine. That's why I don't watch on iPad.
For video. Like,
I will not watch on an iPad.
Are you using Chrome or
I use the app,
native? Yeah.
but I just realized I could probably just put this on my computer.
I would.
I'm just so used to I have my iPad next to me when I play, and I put movies and streams on.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I have like 4 monitors around at all times.
FreeZz having just a little bit of an issue getting up to this, clearing this gap on this climb. Still a great run at only 18 faults, though.
I like what he did there. He, rather than going back just to this black part there, to the black ramp, he forced himself back to the bottom to get a little bit of extra speed as going up.
Absolutely.
I don't think I've seen anyone push themselves back down that far, actually.
I think it's a smart move.
I believe Grief did it a couple of times to get some speed, I believe. But I don't feel like I've seen it a lot either.
Yeah, I suppose it makes it easier to control the throttle if you're already going with a bit of momentum up there.
Absolutely.
So this CP is considerably shorter than the other CPs, so We also did try to maintain its difficulty, even though.
FreeZz has a little bit twitchy fingers, and it's going to bite him.
Oh, is that going to be a bomb? Yes, it is.
That's a bomb.
Right, because he's on such a steep incline, it's harder to get that momentum going without that lead up to it, but he still manages it really well. But yeah,
Ooh, nice. Power jet up. Let's see what he can do.
Proceed with caution, FreeZz. I'm nervous on your behalf. Oh, very nice, very nice.
He'll get it.
Very nice.
Definitely an alternative technique right there, but it worked.
And
We've seen a couple people go for that technique in earlier runs and not bode too well for them.
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal.
well, we've seen a couple of techniques tried on that. I think it was Cripple that tried for the squishy, and
Yeah, I caught that part.
needless to say,
There
that
he is.
failed.
FreeZz got
There
it.
he
19
is.
faults in 16-18-039. GG,
GG,
FreeZz.
guys.
Very well played.
19
GG.
faults.
What was the time?
All right.
16-18-039.